welcome to Centurion's Corner, and today we're going to be looking at the bootleg figure. Now, I already did a review of this probably when I first started out on YouTube, and I just think now we can have actually a proper really good look at the bootleg and compare it to quite a few of the sort of other bodies that we've had out in the sort of recent months and years, just to see how well it does hold up, because I still think that actually it's a really good body. So I've ordered from AliExpress. It comes in these little packages and stuff like this, so it's not all too bad. It's quite a nice, strong, sturdy box, and you know, it's packed quite well. So we can just have a quick open up. And inside, they're nice and compact with bubble wrap, and then within the bubble wrap we have these three figures all in a nice clear bag, obviously with the DC blaster and carbine, and looking pretty cool. Now, I haven't really had many issues with these guys. We'll just take a look at this one, and I haven't really had many issues. Sometimes they've got slight bow legs. One I had an issue with, it had the communicator on both wrists, so obviously you had a right on that one, but that's about it really. I've never had one that just fallen apart, snapped or broke, but then saying that, it could be the first. Look at that. And yeah, here he is, straight out the back. It's not a nice shiny kind of plastic that we do get with the official figures, so just bringing in a Captain Rex with got a bootleg head on it. You can see they've got that nice kind of shiny gloss plastic, and this is very matte. It's got a very kind of it's not as smooth as these, and actually these are nicer to paint because of that kind of sort of roughness on the actual body itself. So it's a bit milky, I suppose, in colour compared, but you know, we're going to weather it up and whatnot with these figures anyway, so it doesn't look too bad. The guns that it comes with, so we've got the carbine, and you can see there the detail and all that, and actually got the paint application on this sort of ammo clip part there, and yeah, always really good. I never had a sort of a strange looking blaster either, and we've got the paint applications as well on that kind of barrel part underneath, and as you can see, the actual quality on there is pretty good. They're nice stern plastic as well. They're not soft or bendy or anything like that. You know, they're really nice and sort of solid. The figure itself, just looking straight at it, you know, we've got that glossy visor there with the gloss sort of bit at the point here. We've got that kind of communicator part there that's painted at the front and the back and down. I still haven't got the official Hasbro Phase 1 Trooper. I was going to think of actually buying that before doing this video, but I just really can't go out there and just spend that kind of figure when I just think it looks crap. So I'm just not going to go that way, unfortunately. The only thing that you'll find on these, the knees are slightly off colour, and that's how you're going to find out that this is a bootleg if you've got one sitting at home that you thought you bought official. And obviously there on the feet there, which got made in China, and then the elbows. Articulation wise, so we have got a left and a right. He looks down just slightly and looks up that way. We have full rotation here at the shoulder, and we just need to lift that up a little bit. I've had a few of these where they just fallen off in the past, but it's an easy fix with a little bit of glue. We've got the rotation here at the upper bicep. We've got a double elbow bend here at the elbow, obviously, rotation at the wrist, and also a hinge inside there. We've got a rotation here at the waist. Leg wise, they can't come forward, they're stuck. They won't go back either, but we do have legs that come up this way. And then we have a double jointed elbow knee joint. We've got the rotation at the upper thigh as well, and a rocker and a pivot at the ankle. Now, it does sound a little bit kind of hard, you know, where we just only got articulation this way, but it's just due to that joint inside there that it's just a T, kind of what they call like a T joint, but we can easily just swivel these legs around with a little bit of teasing, and we can actually get a more forward looking leg, and also we can go slightly back. But saying that, I can still get these guys in a nice poseable way of kind of kneeling down their gun scope. So we just put the guns in there, and we can just bring this gun up, rotate his wrist, clip on the gun. It's always hard doing this in front of the camera because I guarantee it kind of always looks more fiddly than it is. We can bring that gun up, and also we can get him right down there, standing up, pop him down onto the knee, and with a little bit of fidgeting and whatnot, we can get him down there shooting like a badass. So these are quite good, you know, for a background drop if you want more clones, anything like that. But the articulation for me is absolutely fine. It doesn't look awkward at all, and just looks great, you know. So when people say these have got bad articulation, I don't think so. But you can always bring in kind of command degree, which is kind of one of the first kind of clones that come out. Yeah, we can kick forward, which is fine, but only slightly, and back. But because of this, we can only bring his leg up and there. We've got no rotation here at the knee joint or anything, so it is literally just going to be that way. I can't turn that anymore because everything's in the way. We can bring his leg up and his arms, and he just, I don't know, there's just something about this figure, you know, he's not going to get into that position of what we have here, which is a massive shame. But you know, that's kind of the first kind of Hasbro kind of, this one's there. So we can bring that, you know, the more we bring that up, the leg's going to skew width around that way. So articulation wise, is it better than some of the Hasbro ones? It sure is. Other ones we can bring in now. So obviously we've got this one. We can bring in Bly. So his leg can come straight up. You know, but unfortunately, again, they don't really turn that well at the top there. Just realised this part's there. There we go. You know, his articulation in the elbows, you can definitely see it's a massive improvement. But again, the leg wise, they still suffer with just getting them into that kind of crouching, kind of kneeling pose, which is the hardest pose for really any figure really to do. And Bly does it better than Gree, but again, he still really suffers with that kind of topple over kindness. We have got the Commander or Captain Rex one, which again, the leg wise is slightly a bit better, and the knees, but again, we still can't get to that nice kind of pose over there, because what it is, these are really too high up there over this part, and we can see on here it really sort of comes up over the sort of like the bottom part of the groin area, where these guys really can't do it. And then looking at obviously the newer guys, you know, with their articulation and everything on there, but I still find it difficult really to like these guys. We can bring the leg right up on this one. We've got the rotation here now at the knee, which brings it around that way. So it is kind of sort of fixed in place. But for a Hasbro figure, it can actually get to the kneeling pose. We can bring the gun up into place and start shooting. But obviously we've got that kind of sort of like bad knee point there, so it will need a bit of kind of articulation wise or kind of customization with that kneecap, or even to bring it down to this level here. So again, I just feel really good for this figure. Even though it's a bootleg, I can't really scream about it because it is not Hasbro, but you know, I just think it is a really good figure, and it still holds its point to being my go-to body for customizing. We can actually compare all these figures together as well. So just standing this guy up, he has a little bit of an elongated kind of ab area as well. making him look a little bit taller than these guys. Just stand him up. There we go. And then we can stand him next to Gree as well. So in all, he actually is more on par with the older type than obviously the newer ones. And it's just something truly about this one. I don't know what it is, but I just can't get to it. I've seen one of the guys on YouTube, I think it's Camino Customs or Comedian Customs or something like that, where he really took the body apart. He lowered this part down, took off the shoulders and put it on this one and the head as well. But again, it's just, to get that kind of quality of figure, you're paying at least £20 for this, at least kind of like £12 to £14 for the bootleg. So you're already reaching sort of £30 for just a decent looking clone figure, which is, to me, it's just, you know, it's not doable for customizing. So with that, we can actually have a look. I can't take off his one here unless I put it in hot water, which is his, for the head. But we can actually just pin these guys off without hot water. So a little bit of a twist and a pop, and it just comes out. And we've got a ball joint just inside there. It's a nice head. Taking off Gree's head, which comes off super easy. I think that's actually a gimmick for Gree, I think, because it's just laughable how easy it is to come off. And as you can see, it doesn't fit very well down on there, but it's actually due to the neck is a lot thicker. We can take a look at Captain Rex. So this Captain Rex is actually an official Phase 2 body. I decided to make a Phase 1 head for him. One day I will make a Phase 1 body to put this head on, but it does sit on there. It's fine. You have got a click, but as you can see, it spins really easily, so it does need a bit of like a hot glue in place. So I still want to hot glue it in place and whatnot, because one day I want to make this back to the official Captain Rex. And then the other one as well, we've got Clone Commander Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obviously I changed the head for the episode 2 kind of look on there, so that's just kind of dremelled out. It's just easy swappable. But also in the cartoon he does wear one of these heads, and I must say it's literally a pop on and it's done. So if you wanted a new look for your Clone Commander, it is literally just right there. So we can easily pop that off, pop his head back on, and that is it. So I mean, that kind of brings me a little bit more better towards the end of the bootleg clone, and yeah, we've got loads more to come. We've got hundreds of more customs to make, and I'd love to have your kind of opinions down there. I have still got some 3D parts. We've got these clones here, and with lots more. I think I've got another 3, 4, 5, 6 clones that'll be coming our way, and I can't wait to bring them to you. So that's the end of the clone review from AliExpress. You're looking at about 14, sort of £12 for these. They do include tax now. It's not just free post and packaging. The government laws, they have changed tax from China, unfortunately. So just be aware when you are purchasing, there's an extra little part in there saying tax. And yeah, so comment down below what you'd like to see these guys turn into next. It could be anything. I can get hold of 3D parts quite easily, so just comment down below. You can follow me on Instagram. You can also subscribe and ding that bell where you won't miss an episode or an extra custom. So thank you once again, and take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.